Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Patrick Lee. Time for Midweek Motivation Live. Let me adjust my camera down just a hair. Broadcasting again today from studio number 2, my home office. This is the new addition to the home office up here. My daughter's got me this for Christmas. This is a copy of the Constitution of the United States of America. Today, we're going to be talking about order in life, how to have order, top 10 tips about order in your life, kind of like the top 10 list used to be on the Dave Letterman show. But order is very important in your life here around the Patrick Lee Group, in my life, and a lot of other people that I know in the industry that I am in. Let's try to keep this new webcam in the right order. So I don't look like Elroy looking out from underneath my banner here. We like to say right things in right order. That's one of the things that my mentors and leaders and coaches talk about frequently. Let me turn off the ringer on the phone here. I hope everyone's having a good week. We're not going to talk about the Constitution today, even though that is my new Constitution, man. I really like that. It shows it's a copy, of course, of the original. It's not the Constitution. Everyone knows that real Constitution is in the National Treasure movie with Nicolas Cage. So he's got it, apparently not me. But anyway, I think it's in the Smithsonian. Maybe it's in the White House. I don't know where it is. Anyway, good morning to everyone. I hope you are all healthy and well this week. Good morning, Sal. Good to see you on here, Pete. A bunch of the regulars already tuning in. People already coming in here to see what Patrick has to say this week. Good Lord, I hope the things that I say motivate you to success in every area of life. And today's topic on order, I think, will help you. It definitely helps me in my life as well. And most of the things that we talk about on here have to do with order and how to have a harvest of increase in success in your life. And order is one of them. So one of the things I want to jump right into this today, and some of you can comment on here, of course, make a good comment. We'll post your comment up on the screen about things maybe that you do in your life to help you achieve order. Many of these I'm reading to you from today are coming to you from a book called The Wisdom Commentary, number 2. I've got number 1, which goes over a lot of other things in life where wisdom pertains to different areas in life. This particular copy, Wisdom Commentary number 2, talks about wealth, favor, health, success, greatness, magnets for miracles in your life, unseen persuaders in successful negotiations, what are the unstoppable weapons of winning every war, the master secrets of successful marriages, bridges from poverty to prosperity, the laws of God applied accurately to solve problems in your life, and using scriptural solutions to solve any problems. And this book is incredible. It's written by Mike Murdoch down in Denton at the Wisdom Center down in Denton. Good book. I've used this in a lot of areas in my life. It's helped me a lot. Some of the pages in the book actually are like coming out, noted up, highlighted up, things like that. But these are great areas, great ways for you to get good things in life. Happy New Year to you too, Sal. Thank you, people, for tuning in this week. Anyway, the great book. Yes, I like to order wings on Wednesdays. We have to get that comment on screen, Cody. Awesome. Love it, man. That's awesome. I do. Yeah, today is a Wing Wednesday. Many weeks. It's part of the order of my life. It's usually late lunch after a lot of people have already been in and out, but usually late lunch, I have time to run over to Fire Slice in Amarillo, Texas. Back Alley Eats, one of Amarillo's favorite hidden gems, Fire Slice Pizza off 34th and Coulter. Highly recommended by the Patrick Lee Group and friends all around the world. Anyway, there you go, Cody. That's your shameless plug for the day. I'll see you after lunch today. Anyway, number 1, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Get the banners ready to go up on the screen. 10 facts about order. Are there really that many? Actually, this particular chapter in my book has 30. We don't have time to go over all 30. I've picked out in the past, I've read through this, and I've picked out about the top 10 that I want to talk about today that may pertain to your life and what's going on with everything in your life today in the season that we are in. This is the first show. Happy New Year. The first Patrick Lee Midweek Motivation Show for the year 2020, January 6th. I hope everyone is enjoying the start to the new year already. Number one, order is the accurate arrangement of things. So there you go. There's just a little bit of definition. What is order? It's the accurate arrangement of things. Order is placing an item where it belongs, keeping your clothes arranged in the closet, keeping the dishes in the proper pots and pan cabinets in the kitchen, keeping your guns where they go, maybe in the gun cabinet or in the gun safe, putting your tools in the toolbox. You don't put your tools to work on the car in your gun case. You don't put your pots and pans in the fireplace. You don't put your firewood in the refrigerator, right? You put things that need to stay cold in the refrigerator. Order is the accurate arrangement of things. It's putting the right things in the right order, in the right places, right? Everything has a place, and everything should be put in its place. The accurate arrangement of things. Even the stars in the sky are ordered by God, right? And based on that order, all the way back to the Viking days, people have used the stars at night for navigation purposes. The sailing ships were used, the stars were used for sailing purposes, right? You can determine where you're going based on the stars in the sky. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west, right? That's order. There's an order to everything. So order is the accurate arrangement of things. You will find if you put things in the right order, that it's going to make your life easy. That's going to bring us on to fact about order number two. Order increases comfort. How many of you know that if you can always go find things where they are supposed to be, that you're much more comfortable? I am, for one. Order increases comfort. When you walk into a room of order, you want to stay in that room. Things feel right when you're in a place of order. You feel clean, energized, and happy. And when you walk into a room of clutter and disorder, an unexplainable agitation starts to begin within you. I don't know if it does you, but it does me. Some days are worse than others. Some days are better than others. I can walk into an office and I can tell kind of what's going on in the office. I can walk into a room in someone's home and I can tell if there's peace or stress in the home, generally based on the feel of the room and based on the order. Now you will see behind me, this is home office, and I work from this desk. This is cockpit number 2 here, and it's computer, lighting, printer, all in order. Everything I need is right around me. And this little table back here is a secondary workstation. No one's working here right now. We have our big office downtown, and we've been in here straightening up this office, and I have a couple of things on that desk, and it looks a little out of order. Something I need to work on. Order increases comfort. Actually, we moved out of here, and many of the things in this room were in great disarray about a week ago. And the team came over, and we had a little cleaning and organizing party in here. It was phenomenal. The whiteboards are clean and organized. The art is clean and organized. The files are organized, and everything was put in its place. We have 2 things on that table that we need to order up today. Order increases comfort, right? Maybe y'all give me a like or love on this, and maybe this resounds with you. Number 3 is the one I talked about at the very beginning, right things. Learn to do the right things in the right order. When you get up in the morning, you kind of need to, I talk about this a lot, you need to go in there and wash your face with some cold water, brush your teeth, get in line with your spirit, get your spirit and your attitude in check before you jump out there and start attacking your day. When you get out of the shower, you want to dry out before you put your clothes on, right? You don't want to put your clothes on your wet body. All of your clothes end up getting wet. When you go to cook something on the stove, do you get everything out first and then go turn on the stove? Or do you just go turn on a burner on the stove and then start digging everything out? Learn to do everything in the right order. I was a baker for over 20 years. And when you're making dough, You have to do it in the right order. You have to put the ingredients into the mixer in the right order. If you put a hot water into your mix and it mixes into your other dry ingredients before you put the yeast in, and you don't allow that warm water time for the yeast to grow in that and harvest, you'll end up with dough that's not productive. Sometimes if you put the yeast in too soon, or you do things with the yeast and don't store it properly and it's not in the right order, then the yeast is useless. So learning to do the right things in the right order is very, very, very important in your life, and probably in your business. Cody, you know as well, you have to, when you're making a recipe, you need to do it properly. You don't put all of your ingredients on the pan and put the dough on top to make a good pizza, right? The dough goes on the pan and all of the ingredients go on top. Learn to do the right things in the right order. Number 4, if you will increase order, you'll increase productivity. Many of you can raise your hand on this. Give me a like or love, a bunch of hearts on this. You will understand that increasing order increases productivity. When you come into your office and the first thing you have to do is straighten everything up to be able to work, you've already lost time, right? You need to be able, whatever you're doing in life, you need to be able to jump into that efficiently and effectively to become productive. If you're always in disarray, if you never have your files where they need to be, if you never have your work materials where they need to be, you're constantly digging through stacks and piles and going, where did I put that? You're non-productive. Time is money in business. Time is money in basically everything. Time is one of our 3 resources that we have. And that's, money, energy, and time. Those 3 are finite. They're not infinite resources. You only have a finite or a limited amount of all 3, time, money, and energy. Are you going to waste that energy of time to go find something that should have been put where it needed to be? You've wasted productivity. How many of you get very frustrated by those things? Number 5, everything that you do affects order either positively or negatively. Small actions can produce chaotic situations and results over time. Think for a minute. You get up from your breakfast table. Either you'll leave your plate on the table or you're going to take it to the sink, right? The decisions you make will either increase the order or disorder around you. If you leave it on the table, it increases your workload or your spouse's or your significant other's workload and creates disorder. It's unclean, shouldn't be, it's not sanitary, just leave dirty dishes sitting on the table all right all day. Taking it to the sink immediately brings order. In a restaurant, it's the same way. You have a 3-compartment sink for a reason. You have a wash basin for dirty dishes where the hot water goes with the soap. Then you have a rinse water basin in the middle. Then you have a sanitizing basin on the right side. And you don't put the dirty dishes in the sanitizing side of your sink. You can't sanitize dirty dishes. First, you have to wash them. Then you have to rinse them. Then you sanitize them before you put them up. These are things that may be basic to some of you, but then to others, you're going, oh my, that's revelation knowledge, right? The car doesn't run without gas in it. You have to put the gas in it first before the car will start. So everything you do is affecting order in your life. When you come in from work and you take off your coat, do you throw it over a chair or do you go hang it up? Happened to me last night. I wear jackets because it's winter, right? This morning, the sun was shining and it was snowing. I was looking for a rainbow, or would that be a snowbow? I didn't see the snowbow, but I wear jackets all the time because it's cold, just light jackets. And we can get in a habit here at my house of you come in and you just hang your jacket on a chair, maybe a kitchen chair. But if you change jackets daily, and you want to wear a different jacket tomorrow, by the end of the week, you've got 7 jackets hanging on the chair. Between me and my wife, we could have a couple of jackets hanging out. So about every other day, I come in and I go grab the jackets and I go hang them up. When you come in, hang them on a hanger, put them where they go. When you come in to the office with a file from an appointment, put the file where it goes. If it's one that you're going to need later that day or tomorrow, and you're going to carry that in your briefcase, then do so. But remember, everything you do is affecting order in your life, either positively or negatively. I would challenge you today to start having habits that actually create order in a positive way. Small actions produce chaotic results. chaotic situations and results over time. Number 6, and this is a good one, order eliminates stress and agitation. This can lead to better health. How many of you know that disorder in your life, if you're a neat freak, and you know that some people call people that, they're just a neat freak. Well, you may have a grandmother or an aunt that was that way. When you went to their house when you were a kid, they had plastic covers on the furniture and you weren't allowed to sit on the good furniture. That was for company. Sometimes even to the point that they may have had plastic runners on the carpet so you didn't wear out their carpet and they could keep it clean. And they would freak out at you every time you did something that wasn't in order, because that was eliminating stress and agitation to them. Children were to be seen, not heard. Children used to be put up into a room, or they had a nanny or a babysitter, or they had a room that they could go into and play, because the adults, they really cherished a stress-free and agitation-free environment because they worked hard all day. Order eliminates stress and agitation. I mean, many of you can testify when you walk into your place of work or your home or your business, if everything is needed in order, it's basically stress-free for you. You're not agitated. You're in a better mood, and you can better help those around you, which is really the goal of the show today, right? We want you to achieve success in every area of your life. Number 7, order prevents error. If you have everything in the right place, and all of your files are in the right place, everything in your restaurant or your home is in the right place, it's much easier for you to complete the tasks that are at hand without error. Finding things that aren't where they're supposed to be, that are not where they're supposed to be, trying to remember where you put something because you misplaced it. All of those things can create error. You get behind, and when you get behind, you try to hurry up to make up for that time. And in that hurrying period, you create mistakes. Does that make sense to any of you? Other people coming on here. Hey there, how are you, man? Good to see you. More people tuning in, commenting. Love that. People tune in from all over. I got a phone call yesterday and talked to a guy for about an hour that I didn't even realize, watched the show and followed me on social media. And he's in the same line of work for me. And he says, man, you don't know it, but I watch you all the time. I'm like, I'm honored. I'm humbled, and I'm honored that the people that I don't know that are watching the show. And that's truly my goal, is to help people achieve success in every area of life. Order prevents error. When I come in for chicken wings this afternoon, I know that they're the same. Every time I come in to get chicken wings, they're always the same, and they're always phenomenal. You know why? Because they have a system, and everything gets put where it belongs, and they make them the same way every time, and that makes me happy. I bet it does you too. Order prevents error. Number 8, maintaining order requires constant focus and commitment. That's one of the things I'd like for you to make a commitment to today, is maintaining order in your life. If you don't have a place for your keys when you come in, where do you put them? Do you have a key holder by the door? Do you have a little bowl that you've seen on Friends and some other places? Maybe The Big Bang Theory. Every time those scientists come in from work, it's a comedy show. I used to watch it a lot. They have a little bowl by the door, and that's where the keys go. We have a key holder on the wall by our back door. Now, we've just remodeled the utility room, the kitchen, dining room area of the house. So we took down a lot of things off the wall, and my key holder has been taken down, and it's actually on a shelf in the pantry right inside that door. And that's the place where our keys go when we come in. So you have a key holder. Well, we have more keys than that key holder can hold very well. So now we're on the hunt for a new key holder. If you guys know of a great place where there's a good size key holder that will hold some keys effectively and neatly, then drop me a comment, hit me in the DMs, and wings sound good. Yeah, see, I'm making everybody hungry on here talking about chicken wings. From many of you don't know this, Fire Slice is a pizza joint, but they got the best wings in town, hands down. Best pizza, best wings. Great Italian food and pasta dishes in there as well. Wow, their Greek salad, phenomenal. Great appetizers, great desserts. Creme brulee cheesecake. Y'all, come on. Creme brulee cheesecake. Who doesn't want that in their life, right? So anyway, back to order. Maintaining order requires constant focus and commitment. Even taking notes on order requires focus. Now, I am a high I on the DISC test. I'm a high I. I'm super interpersonal. Love talking to people. I'm a number 2 in the Enneagram with a 5 and 6 rising. So I like order, but I'm also very interpersonal. I like relationships, and the nature of this personality type that I am is I scribble a lot. I take notes in a lot of different things, and I have 3 or 4 notepads here at all times on my desk, and stacks of them from different companies, and I keep them all right here next to me to take notes on, because I'm a note taker, and that can turn into becoming a piler. So I have to go through. When I was organizing the office last week with my assistant, we would go through. I've had 3 different stacks of things, and we would go through and we organize the stacks. Which ones are work notes? These are work notes. These are potential future business. Which ones are personal notes? These are personal notes. And everything just got put in the right place. Very freeing to me and my mind and to my business. It makes me more productive. It does require constant focus and commitment. And my challenge to you today would be to start taking regular times. If you have to schedule it into your calendar, schedule in times for you to get back in order. Clean your house, clean your room, make your bed in the morning when you get up. That's one of the things that'll help you start your day very well. There are many, many, many people in the past that I've listened to, from presidents to business leaders, that said this one thing: if you will just make your bed when you get up in the morning, you'd be amazed at how much better and more organized your day will be. Get into a morning routine of order and let that help carry you through the day. 2 more tips here on order, number 9 and 10. Number 9 is anyone who helps you create order in your life will be seen as a blessing to you, and anyone who creates chaos in your life needs to work their way out of your life. And I'm not saying that to be mean. If you have a messy friend, you just need to unfriend them. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I am trying to say is you do need to have healthy influences in your life that help you create order in your life. And that person that does help you will be seen as a blessing to you. That order that they can share with you is their gift to you. The Bible says, great business motivational book, that your gift will make room for you, right? So people that help create order in my life, I give them room. I give them room to help me. I give them room to correct me, and I give them room to instruct me on things that help me create order and success, because I need people pouring into me, helping me, just like I try to do with every one of you. But there are people who create chaos in your life, and you need to find a way to help that person come into order, or you will end up finding yourself spending less time with that person. You're not going to have as much room for them, because what they have isn't a gift. It's a curse, chaos, disorder, things in disarray. They can never find their phone. They can never find their keys. They can never find their purse or their wallet. They never have an answer to any problems in life. They don't help anybody, right? They're just going through life like Pigpen on Peanuts comics, right? Everywhere he walks, it's a cloud of dirt. Now, that's okay. I'm not saying you can't be messy. Good Lord, we need some mess. They do create a little bit of balance in life, right? Sometimes the pendulum swings over to neatness, and sometimes it swings to messy. But how many of you know someone that is never neat? They're never in order, and consequently, things just never go their way, right? So there are those times that we end up being the gift and we pour into that person. But if that person is trying to monopolize a bunch of your time in your life, and all they ever do is bring chaos, you do need to find a way to lessen that, to remove the amount of time, reduce the amount of time that you spend with that kind of a person, because they will, unfortunately, that will pour into your life, and you just can't allow that to become a major portion of your life. And number 10, finally, we've been on here a few minutes, and I wanted to get through this. I know everyone has work to do. Number 10, what others view as order may not be order to you. And you need to learn to recognize what order works best in your life and business and follow that to success. Does that make sense to y'all? I gave you a little bit of tips and tricks about things about how I organize my life. I do get up in the morning, and I've shared this many times. I go into the bathroom and wash my face with freezing cold water. It's a great wake up. I don't have to stumble around for 20 minutes trying to rub the sleep out of my eyes. You used to see it in the cowboy movies, and I never understood it until I grew up. You'd find someone get out of bed and they'd stumble out the front door to the horse trough and they'd wash their face off really fast, and it would wake them up, whether they were hungover from the night before or they just rode in from a long cattle drive and they got some sleep. They woke up, they'd go wash their face off real fast. And I'm like, hey, that's great. Cold water will wake you up, motivate you, and energize you to get your day started, right? Good morning, Larry. Good to see you on here as well. Happy New Year. Many of you, fun fact, Larry's an old friend of mine from high school. And when we were in school, we used to be mistaken for each other every now and then because we were the same size, shape, hair. We both had sort of Peter Frampton style hair. Anyway, good to see you on here, Larry. I'm super happy that you tune in each week. You're a good guy. I don't care what anyone else says. Yeah, don't forget my coffee. I haven't forgotten my coffee. Hot cup of coffee in one of my other favorite cups. This is the radio show coffee cup from the Pat Brown Show. I used to be on with Pat Brown, my other good friend. And we had one of our listeners created matching coffee cups for us. This one called me the captain of co-hosts and the priest of persuasion, Patrick Lee, the priest of persuasion, formerly on the Pat Brown Show. Those were good days. Pat Brown, if you're watching, you know you're my bro. I love you, man. And I need to send you a box of Bavarian cream fig tarts soon. Happy New Year. Everybody. What others view as order may not be order to you. Learn to recognize what order works best in your life and business and follow that to success. You may need to hire somebody. You may need to bring over a great friend that's great at order and organization. But one of the best things you can do in your life is find out what really works for you. Create a system that is an ordered system for you that is functional for you. And you will learn that if you will follow that system, you will be much more successful in life. One person's militant, regimented lifestyle may not fit you. So one other person's very lackadaisical attitude towards order may be seen as something that's going to create chaos and stress for you, and that's not going to work for you. But if you can get on a system, create a system of order that works in your life. I tell people this a lot: get a big piece of paper, draw a line right down the middle. And on the left column, write down the disadvantages, and on the right column, write down the advantages, and write down a few of the things that may be seen as something to create order in your life, and determine, is that something that's going to create disorder in my life, and put that in the left column. What is it going to create order, remove stress, or make my life more successful and positive? Put that in the right column, and then go down that right column and use that to put together a list of how to organize your life. I think you're going to find that it will remove stress. When you take stress out of your life, you automatically increase your productivity and your physical fitness, your health. Your mind becomes healthier, and that's what we want. So find what works for you and work it. Plan your work and work your plan, and you will find that to be one way to create success in your life. This has been Patrick Lee with Midweek Motivation Live. Happy New Year to every one of you. Like I said, this is the first show of the year. I'm looking for a very successful year and praying for that and believing that for each and every one of you. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.